Monster matchup in District 1 6A tonight. The rivalry continues. Cleveland Storm, Rio Rancho Rams. This is the best both teams have been, the highest ranked both teams have been since Cleveland High School originated and took half of Rio Rancho's population over to them. So this is the biggest game in this rivalry in the history of it.
Well, yeah, a lot on the line also. As you mentioned, both teams performing at a high level. Both have stud guards. Both like to get up and really run the ball. I'm looking for Brady Patterson and Jones to just put on a show. Even though I know both talk, hey, it's a team sport, whatnot, but you know both want to make a statement. And I see Coach Salata and Smith both knowing how big this game is, really going to have their teams fighting for this game, because with Rio Rancho, with that loss already in district play, you have a Cleveland team that you can go into Cleveland, steal a road win, and now you set yourself up for a nice showdown going through the rest of district play.
Well, I think Rio Rancho has propelled themselves above the rest of the pack, and that's Volcano Vista and Cibola based on their win at Cibola. Now, they did lose to Volcano Vista, right, but they still have the record to support second best in district. They lose to Cleveland, though, and Volcano Vista's right there, and so is Cibola, and you don't want to be jumbled up there because you know, Charles, where you finish in district is where you have to be seated. So you can't be seated above somebody that finishes above you in district, even if you have a better regular season. So it's very important that Rio Rancho keeps distance away from Cibola and Volcano. Now, they can finish behind Cleveland and still get a great seed, but say Volcano Vista for some reason took second place in the district, it would be disastrous for their seed.
Yeah, you have a Volcano team, as you mentioned, beat Rio Rancho. You have a Cibola team that struggled last week, but they struggled to arguably the two better teams in their district, losing two. But now they're all sitting, waiting to see what happens tonight. And you have a Cibola team who gets to bounce back, play a Santa Fe team, according to Max Prep's schedule. We're still trying to figure that out. But they can play a Santa Fe team, get that win, get right back in the middle of things, and then they end this week playing Volcano. So there's a lot going on already. And tonight's going to be a really big step to figuring out where people are going to start placing.
Well, let's move over to District 2 6A, and it's getting a little bit more heat now as all these teams are moving along through district. Sandy is playing really good basketball right now. We both appreciate that. But La Cueva and El Dorado, that's a rivalry you can't miss. La Cueva hosted El Dorado, and so far, Charles, this was the biggest crowd that I've seen in high school hoops this year. Place was monster packed. Both student bodies showed up, and Jawad shows up with a bucket there. That's a three-pointer. Kahala step back three. La Cueva starts off absolutely on fire, and then Dickory block.
Ooh.
Get that out, says Curry.
Dang, volleyball? El Dorado, we've been waiting for this to happen. Casillas, we were expecting a big season from him. Nice move right there. Look right, nice little jumper right there. El Dorado rolling, you would think, but boom. Oh, gets it and one. La Cueva doing some harm.
And your boy Zach May running through the lane. Charles, that's good to go. La Cueva was shooting on fire. That's a splash straight away. Good to go. The early lead to the Bears. They're up 9 here, but Casillas. I can't see us, but Casillas can see us. That's your line. Another triple. That's his third of the game already.
He's high right there, and the youngster who you like, the sophomore, Lagarde with the baseline move.
Dude's legit, I'm telling you.
El Dorado has the pieces, and I'm trying to figure it out why they're slumping, but right there, Zach May, strong post move. But one of my favorite, Devin Horn. He's gonna say, you know what? I'll take the last second shot. Splash!
Not his last buzzer beater of the
Mr.
game,
Horn.
Charles. Zamaron on the inside was monstrous. He had double figures. That's a block. Back and forth we go, and this game got tight in the third quarter. Ruiz and one, and La Cueva ties at 36 apiece. It's a 1-point advantage for El Dorado. Inside, outside, Miller. Buckets.
A little inside-outside action. You see the score, 49-48 El Dorado. Post-entry pass, Zach May under the basket, and the harm, and one going to the line. El Dorado rolling, 53-48. It looks like game's over, right? Lagarde, bang, knocks it down. This game might be over, but my favorite, this is my favorite big. Horn from the top. Splash.
Down 8, La Cueva cuts it to 5. They need a couple more buckets, though. Ruiz on the inside was monstrous off the bench. He'll get one. But go inside, the student body pumped up for El Dorado. Zach May, and one. Can't hit the free throw, though, Charles, after a couple of free throws by Kahala. Got to give it to Horn, right?
Have to.
Devin Horn on the buzzer for the win. Big time.
money.
That is ice cold. Horn was so huge. Look at that. Pumped up crowd. You gotta love that. That's high school hoops.
That's why we love high school hoops right there.
Well, let's hear what Frank Castillo and Devin Horn had to say.
uSports Network, powered by ProView Networks. That's Frank Castillo, head coach of the Bears, and that's the game winner right there. Devin Horn, he had 24 points. None bigger than that, though, on the buzzer, right in front of your fans. You'll probably remember that one forever. Talk about it.
For sure. I mean, it was just kind of one of those things where we were just running a normal inbound play. I mean, I ended up getting the ball, I had a chance, and I mean, it was a good shot. I was happy about it. Just happy to get the win.
Talk about this rivalry. What an atmosphere. Both of you guys may be having down years, but still a chance to get to the state playoffs. You knew this was big, playing in an atmosphere like this.
I mean, this rivalry is so great. You know, you look forward to it every year. I mean, I love our fans. They always come out to support us at these games, both teams. I mean, it was a great game, and you know, they're rivalry games that you remember forever.
Big time bucket, Devin Horn. Enjoy it, buddy. Head coach Frank Castillo, what a way to tie the great Jim Holzman at 660 wins all time, as Mike Houston will come congratulate you. You're one away from the record all time, but you'll never forget this one, right?
Yeah, I don't know. My voice is sore. I can barely talk. You know, we just got a couple of breaks there at the end, and we took advantage of it. I was real proud of the kids. It was an exciting way to win the game. You know, 3 seconds to go, guy drives the basket and makes a shot. It was great.
Talk about Devin Horn, 24 points. He could do it inside, outside. He's been fantastic generating his game.
Well, I think the big thing that he did, I thought, was that he took the ball to the basket and made some shots instead of just, you know, relying on a 3. So he shot good outside, hit a big one. And when it looked like we were kind of down and out, and then, of course, he hit the game winner. I'm real proud of him. But I'm proud of, you know, all my players, my coach.
What does it mean to you tying the great Jim Holzman at 660 wins all time in APS wins?
It's tough. You know, right now, it's kind of surreal. All the emotions kind of get to you. It's really like all the players and coaches and the support from the administration. I'm sorry. It's just like a 1,000-pound gorilla off my back, to be honest with you.
Well, you deserve it, Coach. Enjoy this one, and you'll get 661 soon. Congratulations. That's big time.
Keep my poise next time.
You're good. You're good. That's Frank Castillo. What a big-time game.
Obviously emotional, Frank Castillo. You got to appreciate the raw emotion into the game, right?
Hey, Coach, you never have to apologize for such a successful track record, and shouts out and congratulations to Castillo because he is one of the
Big
greats.
shout out to Devin Horn. We'll see him again later in our highlights. You know that. Keep it right here. It's uSports Central.